All right. So today is September 9th. It's again a Monday. I missed the video recording slot on Friday because again I was traveling. So basically, yeah, I came back from Barcelona and then I was here for 2 days. So I came back on Saturday. I was here on Sunday and Monday. Monday was also a holiday because it was Labor Day here. And then I flew again to Pittsburgh. Actually, on Tuesday night, I flew to Pittsburgh. But on Tuesday, I was in Columbia University, and for attending a PhD defense. I was one of the opponents. But I don't know. I mean, here, being a member of the committee is not like of the thesis defense is actually a very small event. I recently, like last year, exactly August 2023, went to Arpit's defense in Helsinki. It's such a huge event, and you have a very formal attire, very strict dress code, and there's a very good, uh, the very big event. Like there's also after party again, which is very well set and very well defined and things like that. But in Colombia, the event was like very like it's a I don't know 1 hour event, and apparently there was also because the protests like the Gaza protests in Colombia, they're not allowing people to come in at random. So, but luckily, I emailed Augustine, the professor and computer science professor, in advance that I'm coming, and he freaked out and he said, "Oh, wow, I didn't know you were coming in person. I thought you were coming online." But anyway, he arranged to get me a pass so that I could get in. And so I first went early, like so the defense was at 2 p.m. I went at like 11 a.m. or so. I met with Simon, my collaborator, political scientist. So I had a small dinner, lunch with him and some coffee. It was great pasta. And then, yeah, I talked about a lot of things about the collaboration and things like that, and some future ideas. And then, yeah, I attended the defense. Then I came back home. And on Tuesday, I flew to Pittsburgh because the flight was very late, like 10 p.m. And then I went there at 12 a.m. or so. Then, yeah, the next day was so Wednesday, Thursday was the NSF principal investigator meeting for the secure and trustworthy computing domain. So, yeah, I mean, it was my first NSFPI meeting. To be honest, it was extremely underwhelming. It was so broad, like there were like probably 200 people there, and maybe even more, like 400 people. And maybe there was like, 2 or 3 papers on misinformation. Almost everything else was on protecting 5G networks or some other thing. Like I really have very little cryptography, and things like that. Like it's very, very little overlap. But yeah, I think overall, like I mean, I met with some people there, made some decent friends. I met some people I knew, so it was good, but it was not great. Like I think overall, it was a waste of time. And yeah, I had some meetings that I had attended during that time, and um, but yeah, Wednesday and Thursday I was fully booked with this. Had went to dinner at CMU. Um, Organized dinner was in Tepper, but it was too crowded. And anyway, I mean, my collaborator was also there, so that was good. Like, so we were hanging out a lot. Like, I went to his home one day. I mean, so it was so scary. Like, I mean, at least my uh, recollection of Pittsburgh is that it's this crime-ridden city where there's lots of crime. You cannot walk on the streets in the night and things like that. But I mean, me and Amin were walking in the night in the middle of nowhere. Like there were no street lights, and it was really, really scary. Really, really scary. I mean, I was honestly really scared. Uh, but yeah, it was good. It was fun in the end. So Thursday night I had Wednesday night I had dinner at CMU, the NSF workshop dinner. Thursday night I had dinner with Amin. Uh, Talked in his class. I talked in his class. It was really good. Like I think it was bachelor students, and but they were really sharp. Like they had really good questions about ethics and value of like you donating your data, like value of like having ads for free, and like really interesting questions. So that was good for the undergrads, but they were really good. Then on Friday I was supposed to do a talk at Pitt. So Pitt was organized by Amin, of course, but some of my old people that I know, Yuru and Pavel Bralowski, some people I knew also attended. It was quite lively. There are lots of questions, and it really felt. I mean, I was presenting some of this work on our WhatsApp data collection. I mean, the project has been going on for a while, and we finished our data collection. We have some good data now. We're annotating the data, but it felt quite good because we are like I mean I think it's impressive what we're been able to do until now. But yeah, the more impressive part will be once we finish the annotation, which we're planning something very grand for. So yeah, I gave the talk. I was from 12 to 1:30, and then I went and met people in CMU, in Heinz, Ananya, then Avi, then Uttara was meeting for the first time, but I was really impressed by, of course, all three of them. And I mean, they really just set your bar like that. Like you really, when you're you're thinking of doing, I don't know, my next whatever publication, like a conference publication, which you're thinking of in a short term, and you look at these people, and they are doing like I don't know. I mean, their thoughts and their thinking is just next level, and you really get a sense of like, okay, this gap and thinking short term incrementally, like on conference paper versus I don't know, trying to think of 2 years down the line and like having this very big thing that high risk, high reward kind of things. And I mean, yeah, it's really impressive and it's really uh, enlightening that these are colleagues, right? Like potentially uh, these are people that I'm partially working with, and but the kinds of other stuff that they do is so good, and that puts your work in context. So the way they might judge my work, that like when they read it, like these smaller papers, it's yeah, I think I mean they don't appreciate it that much because they've put in so much effort into their papers, so they have that sort of bar for quality. Okay, and then I had dinner with Abhi and Uttara, which was very good. Like, it was really, I mean, I was really impressed by the vegan Eastern European place. It was this very fancy place, like, which had a long queue, and we had to wait for like 45 minutes in the rain and all that stuff. And then I had dinner with Abhi. It was again really good. Like, I mean, it. So we just found out, I mean, it blew our mind, both of us, how that we were in the same house during the same period in Hyderabad, I don't know, back like 20 years ago, but we didn't know each other back then. But yeah, it was such a coincidence, such a small world event. And now, yeah, we're working together. We had, a few papers, like big papers in Nature, Human Behavior, Nature Communications, together during COVID. But yeah, anyways, that was interesting. And then I flew back on Saturday morning. So Friday I had dinner night. And then Saturday I flew back. Saturday, celebrated Vinayak Chavithi. And then in the evening we went to our friend's place for dinner. And yeah, today's Monday. This week, okay, I'll talk about it on Friday then maybe. I'll keep it short. Yeah, thanks.